Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to remove the background and transparent pixels and how to change the size and what DPI it should be set at to get a good DTF print from something you just take offline. So this one here in particular I found on Pinterest. I just choose a PNG here I like. I'll hit download image, open the image. So there's the image there. So now it's not DTF ready once you do that. You've got to do some work to that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure we're going to go up to image and we're going to change the size and the DPI in it. So and the mode as well. So we go to image mode, CMYK. That's our color. Those are the colors that DTF use. Then we go to image size. And then when we're in size, just do it to your desired size, 12 inches, whatever it is. So I'll just say 12 inches for argument's sake. It's going on a front shirt or a sweater. And you want to make sure that you set to 300 pixels, okay? And then click OK. And then you can zoom back a bit. So hold the Alt key and scroll down. And that'll zoom out. You scroll in, it zooms in, holding the Alt key. So now I will move in here and I will make sure that I am on choose background, erase magic eraser tool to remove my background. So I remove the background of this image. So now the background is transparent, but we still have our ghost pixels. So we're going to move in here, and if you look, we've got that white on the outside. And what we want to do is draw that in. So the first thing we're going to do is go over to layers, layer mask, from transparency. Once you've done that, you're going to go over to image, adjustments, threshold. Now you're going to want to draw, this is like a slider, so just the more you go up or you raise your threshold, you can kind of see the outside pixels going away. And so what you want to do is move that until you can't really see any more of those. So right to about, you don't want to go too high. We'll go to about 2. Let's see what it looks like at 2. Do about 222, 210. So just until you see all of those pixels gone away from the outside. And then you click OK. So now all those pixels are gone. Now what you want to do is you want to go over to layers. You want to right click on this part. Don't right click on the boxes. Right click on this part here. And then you're going to convert that to a smart object. Once you have that converted to a smart object, before we spot channel that and select all the pixels, you're going to go around and see if there's anything that the remove background missed on the outside of the image, which it did here. So what you're going to do in this case is just grab your eraser tool. Oops. Oh, I have to actually undo that. So don't convert it to a smart object just yet. So right click, go to your eraser tool. So before you convert it to a smart object, we got to do some editing first. So go out, so follow along the outsides, kind of zoomed in, and just see if there's anything, because if I had left that, it would print white there. So just look for any ghost pixelation outside of the image. Once you scan around it and look, and you don't find anything else, sometimes you got to pan really slow. You know, when you're working on an image, you want to make sure it comes out a fair DTF, especially when you're copying it just from, just from the internet, instead of paying for it, of course. So Okay, so once you look around, if there's no other little ghost pixels that sat around, because sometimes the remove background, it looks like it removes it all, but until you zoom in, and then you can start to see some on the outside. But in this case, it just had a little bit up there when it removed it, and I got rid of it. So now that we've got our image, it's in CMYK, I've got the sizing, I've got my 300 pixels, remove background, I've thresholded it in, so I've taken away the ghost pixels around the image. Now we're ready to actually go over to here, and again, not on the boxes, on the outside of here. Convert that to a smart object now. Then you're going to hold Control, left click, and it selects all the pixels around the outside for your spot channeling. Then you go to your channels, over to new spot channel, make sure it's labeled spot _1 with a capital S. Your solidarity is at 100, click OK. Now that we're spot channeled, we can save it as a TIFF, save as, ensure that it is TIFF, label, whatever you want, spot 1. You don't have to call it spot 1, just label it whatever you want. I'm just calling it spot 1 at the end. Okay, sample. Alright, I'm going to save that in my downloads, then save. So there's two methods here. Usually for big gang sheets with Photoshop, I'll compress it. But with just single images, I don't really compress it, but you can compress it. You won't lose quality, and you'll save hard drive space. So go to LZW. Normally I don't with this, but I have a crap load of space. I got terabyte after terabyte in cloud. But you can, if you are limited on space, go to LZW to compress, and then click OK. And now it's saved as a TIFF, and you're ready to open your Flexi Print and, of course, put it in there, or don't spot channel it and put it into a gang sheet. So let's do that quick. So new, whatever you're at, 12 or 22 inches, whatever your width is for your gang sheet. Then, of course, we just go back to the image. I'm going to take away the spot channel, just delete that completely. So now it's just the image. And, of course, you can go over and just take that image now into here, place it in here, and then holding Control and hit Enter to drop it into your gang sheet. I'll put her back up here. So here's my gang sheet. Control, Alt, left click, of course, copies it. And then just leave enough space if you're going to do that and make multiple copies. Leave enough space for cutting, of course. And now we're getting into how to build a gang sheet. So that's how you do that. So yeah, you have your options. So that is taking basically an image offline and then making it DTF ready. Or just taking it away from an image you already have, of course. And that's it.